So what I thought we would do is I have some verbs here that I think you would probably use in your job often. And these verbs, we often use these verbs in the passive voice a lot. In doctor's offices or speech pathologist offices to talk about patients and people who are sick and people who you have to treat. So, do you know any of these words? You know some of them, yeah?
Evaluate, and so when a patient comes, the parents come and then evaluate.
Perfect. Yep. Okay.
Give a diagnosis.
Okay.
And diagnose is when I go, your patient have your son or your daughter have this.
Okay. Yeah. Perfect. Yeah.
Refer when I talk about the patient.
Yeah.
My references, he or she.
Okay. Yeah.
Administer. Administer when I can hold different. When I can hold all my patients and I work with them and I know what I do with them. Is that no?
No, not really. That's okay. We can come back to this one. I know it.
Like a company.
Yeah, I mean, in doctors' offices, it often means to give. Like, do you give your patients medicine
No.
to take? Oh, you don't?
No.
But you give them tests? Do you test them for things? Okay, so we can say you administer the test.
Oh, okay.
It means you give the test. You do the test to the patient. And also, if doctors give medicine, we say that they administer the medicine.
Oh, okay.
And then how about this last one?
Schedule when I photo the whole week and this patient coming and Friday and Monday.
Yep. Okay. So great. Okay, so let's take the word evaluate, right? We, in doctor's offices and in pretty formal language, we will use these words a lot in the passive. So can we come up with a sentence for evaluate in the regular active?
Yeah. When I evaluate your child and he has autism.
Okay. Autism would be the autism. Okay, so the part of that sentence that you said first, I evaluate your child. Okay, we can flip that into the passive. How would you do that?
The child was evaluated by me.
Yep. That's something I think that you might write in some notes or a report that you write about the patient. You would say that.
Diagnose?
Now for diagnose, we often say diagnose with.
Okay.
And we say diagnose with the condition that the person has. So it might be diagnosed with autism, for example.
Like the patient I evaluated has, I diagnosed autism.
Right, so it's I diagnose the person with something, with autism or whatever. So I'm going to write that sentence down. I diagnose him, right, with autism.
The is passive.
So is this passive or is this
Active.
Okay, so can we flip that into?
Yeah. The out is no. Can I change this him for he? No.
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 It would be him.
Okay.
If it's he, then it has to come at the front of the sentence, and then it like some other doctor who's a man, he diagnosed the patient with something. I diagnosed him with autism.
Okay. The autist was the diagnosis was.
So what are the two? Okay, so which word is the verb? Let's figure that out first.
Diagnosis.
Okay, so that's going to stay in the same
middle
place, right?
Yeah.
Yep. So, and the with autism, that stays where it is too.
On the here in front. The autist.
No, it can stay here at the end.
Oh,
Yeah. So the two things that we want to flip are the I and the him.
The diagnosis. The diagnosis. I don't know, this is hard.
Okay, so let's write it down. So diagnose is going to stay in the same place. The verb stays in the same place. And with autism, it's going to stay in the same place. Right? And so, like how this went over here and this went over here, what do we do with that and what do we do with that, you think?
Diagnose by diagnose. No clue.
So, and so, okay, so what do we have to do with the verb? We have to,
put in the past participle.
okay, so
Diagnose.
Yep, so we put a D here on the end of it.
Mm-hmm.
And then we need some...
The
The...
THA. No.
No. What kind of verb comes before the...
Was.
Mm-hmm.
Was diagnosed.
Okay, so we're getting there.
Was diagnosed.
So now something goes here and something goes here.
What here?
Right? Because this...
It was.
Not
No.
it. Close though, not it. Because, okay, so... Can you draw the lines here, right? Like I drew this line here, this line here. Can you... Which... It's just these two things that we need to... So...
Him.
Oh. Okay, but it isn't him though.
No.
Because if it's the subject of the sentence, it's...
He.
Yeah.
He was the diagnosed. He was.
Diagnosed.
I was diagnosed.
Yep. And so...
By me?
Yeah.
Oh my God. I knew without this.
There you go. Yep.
See, this is hard for me.
But it's always that pattern, right? So there's three things that you need to do. First, you need to put the verb in the past participle and put the verb to be in front of it. Was or were or is or some form of the verb to be. And then the two things that are on either side of the verb get flipped. Yeah.
Actually, for me, the past, the auxiliary, and the past is easy. I know it's clear, but the rest is very confusing.
Okay, so you think the verb part is pretty easy? You're saying?
Yeah, it's
okay.
easy.